Happy Halloween, it's finally here, and this is crazy. This is my first video with my teeth. For those of you who don't know, I just finished an 11 to 12 month journey today, repairing my teeth. It's a little weird to talk. I don't know if you remember when Rich Lux got his teeth fixed and he was having trouble talking. I'm having trouble talking. It's really weird to get used to 4 new teeth in my mouth, and they're molars, so they're big. I have my implants in now. No more big hole in my smile. I can smile a lot more and laugh more and talk with my mouth open like this instead of always talking with a little quiet mouth because I was so self-conscious. My husband is already like freaking out because I'm just walking around like the Joker all day long going. And he said he loves to see me smile, and I said, well, get used to it because I have permagrin now. But it does feel weird. I'm having a little bit of trouble talking. Also, my mouth is sore. I really have a lot to get used to here, but it's really exciting. This is just the best day. I did record a vlog before I went to get my teeth done, and I took before and afters and all that. So I'm probably going to make one big video that's like the whole journey from beginning to end. Take all the smaller videos I made and make them into one thing. So say if somebody wants to watch and say, what happened with your teeth? How did they get messed up? How much did it cost? Blah, blah, blah. It'll be one like hour-long video. That's the whole process. Instead of having to go and watch all these, like, there's like, I don't know. I forgot how many vlogs are there. There's a lot. Anyway, welcome. Best Halloween ever. I got my teeth today. I'm really crazy. So this is going to be kind of a fun video. We're doing a bunch of stuff. First off, this is number 13. Where'd my scissors go? You know, I'm home for a few days and the scissors already disappear. We are on number 13 of the Nightmare Before Christmas Funko Pocket Pops. And, oh, there they are. Look, they were right here. They were like sideways. I didn't see them. Spirits be messing with me already. See these lights behind me? The white ones? I did not turn those on. And they do not have a timer on them. But I knew I was going to be recording, and I had some really cool stuff to record for Halloween tonight. And I came in my studio, and those lights were on. And there's no way an animal could turn them on. The switch is way, way up there. It's on that shelf, it's on that shelf behind a black candle up there. It's way up there. Nobody can touch it. I haven't been in here, and those lights went on. Spooky thing number 1. It was pretty cool. It was like everything telling me, yeah, go ahead and record. You're good. So let's open this one. I don't think it's a duck. I'm disappointed. I think I'm calling foul play on the Funko Pop box for not putting the duck in there. But I did get, ooh, really cool Scary Jack, Angry Jack. I love this one. Okay, I mean that almost makes up for the duck, but I still want the duck. I wanted a little tiny version of the duck. Well, he is going to go with the other guys. They are all under the black light. That's why the box isn't here. I have everything set up so I can do the black light reveal at the end of this video. But you have to watch the rest of this first. La 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 la. Ha ha. And we also have the very last item in my Queens of Scream Notoriously Morbid mystery box. And I have all this stuff. I'm thinking about maybe doing a look with this tomorrow. Oh, this was that really cool. You know what? I'm going to put this on right now. This is that really cool orange. I don't know. Wait, what is this called again? Vacancies? Question mark? I don't know what that smell is, but it smells really good. Talk amongst yourself while I just take an hour to put this lipstick on. Actually, I don't think this is a lipstick. I have to go on the website and look. I haven't been going on the website. I like this color though. Oh, I like it. Oh, also, if you noticed, I haven't colored my hair yet because I've been working and so busy doing other things like recording multiple looks and multiple Halloween videos and posting them on Instagram and posting them everywhere that making sure everything's out of here. Yep, the box is empty. Oh my God. I am doing my hair either tonight or tomorrow. Depends on how late I want to stay up, but I have a lot to do tomorrow. I'm actually going back to the dentist tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to the dentist 2 days in a row. Happy Halloween to me. Okay, so let's open this. Oh my God, is this a bath bomb? Is this? It's soap! Oh, that's even better, because you know, you have a bath bomb, you throw it in there, it's gone. Poof. Poof, it's gone. This is, oh my God, it smells so good. Oh wait, maybe I'm smelling my perfume. I'm like, it smells great. Between the lip thing and the perfume, I don't know what the hell I'm smelling anymore. Grave Dancer oatmeal soap. Oh my God. Okay, that is gonna look so cool. Okay, focus please. That is so cute. That's gonna look so cool in my bathroom. I have the perfect little soap dish to put this in. So that's it, guys. And you know, did everybody go, what? The last day soap? Soap? Okay, I would have made the palette the last day, but maybe they figured that people might want to wear this on Halloween or something, so they didn't put it on the last day. Again, if you forget what the palette looks like. Oh, by the way, I have a very special candle lit tonight that you have not seen yet. You might have seen it, but this is the Fairy Gothmother candle. I call it my signature candle. They did not create this for me, but they should have. This is a mythology candle. Fairy Gothmother. Mood, dark wings, a magical being, stained glass windows, gothic archways, a sprinkle of magic and fairy dreams. Notes of delicious wild berries, bergamot, clove buds, frosted lilies, and patchouli leaves. And me in candle form. Fairy Gothmother. My all-time favorite candle. I wish everyone could smell this. This smells so good. So I have my Fairy Gothmother candle lit because I got a book I wanted to share with everyone for Halloween. This is called The Fairy Gothmother, a collection of cautionary tales. And I got this on Amazon, and it's very cool looking. It kind of looks like old. It has all different illustrations by different artists in it. This belongs to, but the illustrations are just beautiful in this. Spooky illustrations, and they're all kind of like poems and short stories, and I like that it says they're like cautionary tales, but you kind of get a feel for what the artwork is. And I turned right to what we're going to read. I am going to read you a Halloween story. Never done this before. Actually, I think I read a story like 2 years ago when I started my channel, and it was lame. I love my reading glasses. I'm actually thinking about getting my regular glasses prescription put into these because I really like them. I am getting new glasses soon though. So this is called The Fairy Gothmother. It's not real long, don't worry. It's not a novel. It's like a couple of pages, and it's a rhymey kind of poem, and I will show you the pictures. I figured this was a good one to start. Maybe we'll read others in the future if you like this. And hopefully I'm not going to stumble over my words. Why am I choosing to read a story the first day I have new teeth and I'm having trouble talking? So I don't know. Are you ready? Kids, gather around, gather the baby bats. Everyone gather around the Fairy Gothmother, and I'm going to read us a Halloween poem. This is from A Collection of Cautionary Tales by The Fairy Gothmother. Jennifer Preston Chushcoff, Chushcoff, Autumn's End Press, and I got a first edition. Gather round, children. The Fairy Gothmother haunts children's dark dreams. She tends closet monsters that delight at their screams. She's queen of the creepies that hide under beds, commander of crawlies that little ones dread. She summons her ravens, beasts, and black bats to trouble bad children like bullies and brats and gatekeepers. I added that part. If you're on the good list, there's nothing to fear. But if you're on the bad one, you better stay clear. of Allie's old mansions and dank moldy cellars, since that's where she keeps her shadowy dwellers. She's even make pacts with the kind Carrie folk. They get their flowers while she dons poison oak. You'll find her brooding with hands on her hips in forgotten graveyards and sinking old ships. Call her by name and she'll help you get through. You'll see she's not mean, just moody and blue. But don't ask for a carriage made from a gourd, life-threatening shoes, or a magical sword. Big spider on the page. Ooh, scary spider. Okay. Are you scared? The fairy Gothmother stirs grief for your foes. They trip on their shoes and shoot milk through their nose. She conjures strange sounds with odd bumps in the night, seeds minds with black nightmares to give them a fright. So if you're in a jam and a tyrant's the cause, call on your FG and she'll lay down her laws. She'll summon up justice to even the score, since crooked wrongdoers is what she abhors. There's just one more thing I think I should say. Justice is her pet, and he brings Judgment Day. And we have a little Cerberus three-headed doggy. Cool little photo here that says Bevy of Beasts. Absolutely true group names for some of the fairy Gothmother's favorite animal families. The fairy Gothmother is well aware that you've been bullied or teased, and she's given you plenty of options for bringing those fiends to their knees. There's no escaping her murder of crows. They're right back there. As their airship floats through the sky, clouds of bats will blot out the sun as a wake of buzzards drops by. Their autos, bikes, and carriages might swarm with a nest of snakes, a quiver of cobras, and a rumba of rattlers know how to dismantle their brakes. Out on the ferry, they'll never be safe from her armies of frogs and toads. A cluster of spiders and mischief of mice will shadow nearby on the roads. Perhaps a shiver of sharks is the thing, with a fever of stingrays buffet. But if it's a plague of locusts you'd like, I'll send them straight away. It says she'll send them straight away, but I'll send them straight away. Beep, 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 boop. Hello, 800 locusts? They said they're busy. A kettle of vultures might circle their camp as an unkindness of ravens is ranting. A stare of owls will keep watch as the fairy Gothmother begins her enchanting. Of course, you could do an outrageous thing, forgive and move on with your life, since vengeance always seems to cause more pain and long-lasting strife. I'd go with the sharks. It says that. That is our Halloween story from a collection of cautionary tales by the fairy Gothmother. Highly recommend. Really cute book. I always have this next to my bed. Sometimes I just like reading like one of these. So we have something else to do. One more thing before I do my let's go walk around my house and see my Halloween decorations. I have my Halloween Oracle, Lifting the Veil Between Worlds Every Night. This is a Stacey DeMarco deck. This is not a tarot deck. There's a difference. There are tarot decks are 78 cards. This is an Oracle deck. If you don't know the difference, basically it's that an Oracle deck can have any number of cards. A tarot deck always has 78. It has the 4 suits, it has the cups, the pentacles, the wands, and the swords. And it has the major arcana, and the suits are the minor arcana, so it has all that. An oracle deck is just, usually it's just kind of, there's no numbers on these, it's almost like a whole deck of major arcana, but not, if that makes sense. Since it is a new time, and the end of the light part of the year and going into the dark part of the year, I am going to pull a card for the dark part of the year. It's just going to be a general, like, what's going on in dark part of the year? What should we think about? What's a good thing to focus on? What's a good thing to manifest? I'm just doing a little shuffle off camera. You can fan them out on a table. That's what I usually do. I fan out cards and I have people hold their hand just really lightly over a card. The card's like this. I usually say close your eyes because it's easier to focus, and you'll feel like kind of maybe a warmth or a tingling, and you'll just be like, that's the card I want. And I got this one. Oh my god, I kind of like this for the rest of our year. I got Werewolf, Exploring Wildness. I'm ready to get wild with these teeth. I could be a werewolf now. I can bite things. I could do this, listen. I could never do that before. Okay, so let's talk about this werewolf card. This deck also comes with a guidebook, which is kind of cool. Witches. I'm just going to read this out of here. I'm not going to put my own spin on it unless something pops into my head. But I just want to read what they have to say, and you'll kind of get an idea of how the guidebook is and what it sounds like. Werewolf, exploring wildness. Luminosity triggers it. A wild moon rises, pain and blood and fangs, fur and howling and wolfen guises. After a painful, excruciating, bone-jarring struggle against the change, the man releases to the magic. Howling unrestrained under the full moon, now the half-man, half-wolf rises up snarling and goes looking for blood. Yes! We all know the power of the werewolf. After the end of the European witch trials, an intense interest in the werewolf developed in folklore tales and evolved to become the stuff of horror stories. Fairly consistently since then, the Wolfman, or lichen, has featured regularly in tales both oral and written. Of course, during the last 100 years, there have been many hugely popular movies, including my favorite, American Werewolf in London. Beware the Moon. David! And themes in books such as the recent Twilight Saga series. I prefer American Werewolf in London. Being nice. The werewolf is a kind of shapeshifter, but one that has traditionally had little control over his wildness. In a way, an inner battle between civilization and wild animal nature fights inside the one body. Boy, do I know that. Do we all know that? The vitality, strength, and freedom of the animal versus the reason, control, and intellect of the man. Which one, though, is the dominant force? What is the healthy balance between our animal nature, one that is wild, free, and connected to nature, and our radically civilized humanness, separate from or dominant over nature? The werewolf asks us to consider this balance and delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. When is the last time you spent all day outside? Saturday. When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Last full moon. I actually went out last night and talked to the stars. Don't ask. I looked up at the stars and I said hi, and I said hi to my mom, and I said hi to my brother, and I said hi to all my pets that I lost and my dogs, and I said, it's almost Halloween and I'm thinking of everyone, and come visit me. Do you quash the vitality and curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of a computer? Okay, but don't leave now. Don't keep watching. Don't leave me yet. The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. So now I'll talk to you about what does that all mean? That basically means sometimes we're too civilized. Sometimes we're too good. Sometimes we're too proper. Sometimes, all the time, we're too much in our own heads. I talked about that in my Salem video too. Sorry, I'm shuffling cards and clonking them on the table. I just love shuffling cards. Just love playing with these. And yeah, you get in your own head and you get online and you get sucked into arguments online. Some people, I don't do that, but some people get sucked into like Twitter battles and Facebook arguments and all these things. It's like, you know what, if you're doing that, like if you're enjoying yourself, if you're watching me and enjoying yourself and you're having fun and you're learning something, great. If you're watching, maybe you're listening to an audiobook, that's not a bad thing. There are things you can do online that are positive. That's why I try to keep this channel positive. I try to keep it entertaining. I try to keep it educational. We keep it kind of light and fun. Sometimes I talk about heavy stuff, but I try to keep it, I have a goofy sense of humor. You can completely derail yourself by being too serious all the time, and I should know I'm a freaking Capricorn. I wanted to say fucking Capricorn, but I said frickin' chicken Capricorn, fucking ducking Capricorn. I swear sometimes, I try not to, family friendly, PG, but I do. And my husband always says I swear too much, so I try to come up with funny words. You know, I think if anything, I'm kind of more in touch with my nature wild side because of where I live, and that every day, how many of you out there have to go outside every day and take care of animals? Because I have to do that. Not only do I go outside every day with my wild turkey, Cersei, but we have all these deer in my yard. If you've seen my shorts and things, I border state protected land. I'm out there and I'm very in tune with nature. I talk to the wild turkeys. The deer come up to me. They come right up to me. Some of the deer almost eat out of my hand now, but they follow me. I filled up my bird feeders in the yard. I was talking to the squirrels today. You know, I don't have anybody to talk to out here by myself up on a mountain. It's kind of weird. So I talk to a lot of animals. Now, if they all start answering you, I suggest you perhaps seek civilization, some other human beings, or possibly professional help, but enjoy being in nature. It is a huge difference for your mental health. If you're having days where you're just like freaking out and you're like, I'm in front of this computer constantly, or you've just like had a huge fight with somebody, you know, some relative, or you have drama or something on a Facebook post, whatever, maybe, you know, weather permitting, and if you're in a safe place, like go out and go to a park if you can, go somewhere outside, go for a walk. If you have a porch, go sit on your porch, just get some fresh air. If you're in a city, it's harder, but if you have a green space you can go to. Barring all of that, if you can't do any of that, let me give you one tip. Search bar, YouTube. Forest ambience. You can look up forest ambience. You can look up, you know, waterfalls, streams, rivers. Maybe do that if you say you live in a city in an apartment, you can't go anywhere, or you're disabled and you can't get out of your house. You can still put on your TV, but the thing is, if you're going to experience nature by looking at it on a screen, you almost have to get in a little bit more of a meditative state. Don't sit there and watch it like you're watching a sitcom. Also, try to do that by yourself if you can escape anyone. Or you could say, hey, mom or your sister or whoever needs to just be alone for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Start with 5, work up to 10, try to get to 15 or 20. And just go sit in a room silently and just, you can even start by watching whatever it is, listening to the water, listening to the wind, the trees. And you can watch it, but then you can just kind of close your eyes and listen to it, kind of meditate. That's the suggestion. If you can't get out somehow into nature, you can still experience it that way. This is where we're going to go into my take as a reader of cards and meanings of what this means. If you think about it, what is the thing that everybody does this time of year? I said we want a card for going into the dark part of the year, right? The dark part of the year, what do? We don't want to go outside, right? We want to hibernate inside. We want to Netflix and chill and eat bad food and eat comfort food and eat noodles and mashed potatoes. And then Thanksgiving's coming and you're going to eat a bunch of carbs. And, you know, that's all like comfort stuff. It's all like, I'm just going to stay in my bed under these blankets with this soft pillow and I'm going to put movies on and I'm going to sit on my computer and I'm not going to go outside. I'm not going to do anything because it's cold and blah, blah, blah. The thing is, it's hard to get out the door and do it, but if you just go outside, even when it's cold, and just breathe that fresh air and that cold air, it really wakes up your senses and wakes you up. You don't have to stay out long. Make sure you're dressed properly, blah, 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 all that stuff. Legal team says I have to say that. You can still get outside. And again, if you can't get outside, do something to connect with nature. Maybe hand make bird feeders. You can get pine cones and put peanut butter and roll them in seeds. Anytime I have stale bagels, if I ever have stale bagels, I spread them with peanut butter and I go, and I put them in bird seeds and I tie a string around them and I hang them outside for the birds on the trees. Little things like that. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's something that connects you to the outside, to nature. I think the werewolf showing up now, it is a reminder, like, we're all going to want to turn into that super civilized, well, I want to turn into a bear and just hibernate in my bed. So I'm kind of wild that way. I just want to go in the bed, sleep under the covers until spring. But I know I can't do that. I know in the end that doesn't make me feel good. It sounds like a good idea to be super cozy at all times, but you kind of numb yourself so much. So, and you lose track of, you know, that's why everybody's so happy in the spring and the summer, because they're outside. They're like, oh, I'm outside again. I'm outside again. You can go outside when it's cooler out, when it's fall or it's winter. It's a little bit more of a challenge, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm a big whiner half the time about, I hate winter. I used to hate winter, and now I really like it. I'm thinking about doing a little talk about how I got over hating winter, because so many people have that problem. Actually, Adam McIntyre talked about seasonal depression and trying to beat it, and I have always had seasonal depression my entire life. I really don't have it anymore. The way I really stopped was working out and running, because if you're working out and running, even if you're doing just working out at home, if you can't get to a gym, it just, again, it gets you out of your head. In the winter, you get in your head. You don't feel like you can go out as much. You don't feel like there's as much to do. So you kind of get shut down. Think of the werewolf. Find a wild side somehow. Find some way to like shake things up, connect with nature, and get in touch with your wild side as it gets colder and darker, because you have to. In the end, you'll be in a better place in the spring. When spring comes around again, you're going to already be like energized and charged and not be all sluggish like you just came out of hibernation. Unless you want to do that. Hey, you know, maybe you want to hibernate and you like to sleep all winter and you're like, I'll have energy again in the spring. But from a health standpoint, looking good, feeling good, staying healthy, staying vibrant, staying energetic. You know, you have to keep moving. You have to do things. We got this one life. Let's make the most of it. Life is a banquet. Most poor suckers are starving to death. Live, live, live. And with that, let's go and see my house. Let me know how you want to channel your inner werewolf below in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this reading. I am going to be doing readings and things on my OnlyFans and on my Patreon. I'm going to be doing more of this stuff because I don't want to always do this on my channel here. I really want this to be about the makeup and the skincare and the clothes and all this. I will do this occasionally. Like, this is a special occasion. It's Halloween. I do like doing it, but I don't want my channel to turn into a tarot channel. You know, it is a big part of who I am. I have a tarot card. Since I was 19, I've had a tarot card tattooed on my shoulder. But that's not the only reason I'm on this channel. This channel is for my creativity and my makeup. But this is also part of me. So, you know, maybe sometimes we'll do lives and we'll do makeup chat. Maybe we'll just draw cards at one point just for fun. I always say the cards are a mirror. The cards are a mirror of what you're already thinking and feeling. If you're thinking and feeling it, usually the cards will mirror that. Cards and me, we're not telling you anything that you probably don't already know. Just like get outside in the winter and get air. It's common sense, people. It's common sense. Okay, let's go see my house and let's light up these guys with the black light. And with that, I say to you, a happy Halloween and a blessed Samhain, or whatever you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, it's still the time of the year when it's the harvest. Be thankful and grateful. Even though it's not Thanksgiving yet, it starts now. It's harvest time. Be thankful, and then it's also time to go inward and do your inner work so that you can come out like a butterfly in the spring and be ready to go. Bye from me and Jack. Happy Halloween.